been hit. Explorer, do you read?
In 1968, Stanley Kubrick made the classic film 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it has set the standard ever since for any movie that dares to be about space exploration or set in outer space. There have been some intriguing films in the meantime since that film came out, but nothing has really grabbed the public's imagination like 2001 until now. A new movie called Gravity from the director Alfonso Cuarón, which is also written by his son Jonas, is a movie that matches 2001 in its mystery, in its myth, in its all the elements of space that we wonder about. This movie, though, works because of the human element, which is usually missing from these movies set in space. This one stars Sandra Bullock as Ryan Stone on her first mission on a shuttle in outer space. She's a scientist, but she really isn't that experienced of an astronaut. When tragedy strikes the space station and it gets destroyed, thrusting her out into space with another astronaut played by George Clooney. Now, he's playing a veteran, a professional, who is sort of her sidekick here. He supplies all the humor in the movie, by the way, as you might expect George Clooney would, but it's really a supporting role.
Astronaut is off structure. Dr. Stone is off structure. Dr. Stone, detach. No! Must detach.
This movie really centers on Ryan Stone, on this astronaut that Bullock plays, and it's fascinating to see the crisis as it develops in this movie and the toll it takes on her as a human being. We never usually see that behind the big space suits and everything, and that is, of course, what they're wearing in this movie, too. But she really is doing what I call the essence of screen acting here. You see the fear in her eyes. This is a character who also has a backstory. She has experienced loss, and she's sort of up there now wondering if it's even worth trying to survive. This movie, though, is ultimately a movie about survival.
You're burning oxygen. You have to sip, not gulp.
Now, there's a lot of technical expertise to this movie, as you might expect. It is stunning in 3D. I would recommend seeing it in IMAX, too. It's going to play on a number of IMAX screens. The cinematography by Emmanuel Lubezki, the great cinematographer who did Tree of Life, among other films. The special visual effects, the sound editing, the music, all of these elements are first-rate, and they'll certainly show up at the Oscars in March. There's no question. This movie is the technical cinematic achievement of the year, but where it really gets going is in that human story and an extraordinary performance by Sandra Bullock. I've rarely seen her as good as she is in this film. In fact, this is probably the finest performance she's ever given. George Clooney is also very good in this movie, but really it's Bullock's movie, and she delivers on every level.
I need you to focus. Anything. Use the sun and the earth. Give me coordinates.
I can't breathe.
Give me
I can't breathe.
coordinates.
This movie is for not only fans of space films, but for fans of movies that take human beings on a journey into the unexpected, into the unknown, and boy, are you in for a mind trip with Gravity. This is definitely one where I say, go.